Hello, hello, it's Wessel here, and thanks for joining me as I continue on my adventures in SnowRunner on hard mode. And today we're up to day 18 here in Almaty region, working our way through. We didn't actually finish anything off yesterday, but hopefully today we'll be able to finish off the residential issue, which was the one we were started at the end of yesterday, and deliver the cabin to the helicopter pad. And then I'm going to load up some service spare parts, take them back over to do hard hat area, and then we'll see how things are set. Probably try and get some fuel barrels and come back for some of the Humanitarian Aid contracts, I think it is. Oh, actually, maybe not. We'll think about that anyway. Lots of fun things to do. So at the moment, here we are, right here. And we're going to drop this off. Now, I'm just sort of thinking, we might switch our sequencing around a bit. I might try and do the Humanitarian Aid fuel, supplies, first. It's a bit frustrating because the supplies one and the fuel one go to the same places, but as I'm sort of sitting here working it out in my head as we start, you have to have finished supplies before you can do fuel. So it's sort of a bit of a pain that I can't easily do them both together, although in some ways, if I did do them, I'd at least drop the fuel there so I can then just come by and pick it up. Questions, I don't know the right way to do this. But anyway, let's finish off residential issue first, eh? Because that's probably the most important thing of the moment. Just got to take this cabin up the little hill here and then deliver it to the helicopter warehouse. Which is just here. So again, we're only a few minutes away from being able to finish this off yesterday, but that's the way it goes with some of these. So here we go. That's it for a residential issue. So everybody's happy and we've done well. So I think I've got two options. Okay, so let me talk you through the options. Humanitarian aid supply, we need to take some potatoes here, over here, and over here. Now, once we finish that, that will open up another task called Humanitarian Aid fuel. And the fuel we need to take to exactly the same 3 places, plus a couple more. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do hard hat area first. What I'm going to do is load up 2 service spare parts. I'm then going to come back from here, so I'm going to ignore the Humanitarian Aid one. Back from here, grab my trailer, come down, get one metal beam and then take a lot of that up to here. We'll then come back down and I'll load up 3 fuel at the fuel station and come back over here and deliver the fuel at deliver the potatoes here and drop off a fuel just at the spot. So it won't be delivered, but it'll be at least sitting there. I'll then come over to the next spot up here and drop off the potatoes and drop off the fuel, and then come over to this spot and drop off potatoes, which will then activate the other contract. So I can then drop off the fuel to that one straight away. Depending on how I'm going then, I can either come back and immediately drop off the fuel here and drop off the fuel over here, or I can say, great, drop that fuel, come back down here and do something else. So I think that's the way we're going to do it. So let's get out of here. We've got hard hat area good to go. We're going to go and load up 2 service spare parts. And we'll take those back down and around. Not exactly positioned brilliantly for loading them, but it'll be fine. Get the first one, dump it in. Get the second one, dump it in. Near enough. So there's our 2 service spare parts for the hard hat area. And come back down the same way. We've been down here a couple of times with a couple of different trucks. So as long as I'm careful, we shouldn't tip over. I'm more worried about tipping over than I am about doing a bit of damage. Not this way, but normally I go straight for the crossing. Let's see if I can go this way and miss out on that nasty muddy bit. It's pretty nasty. At least rejoin a road here. So that's good. So we're well and truly on our way. Get these over to the other side. There's our poor little trailer that we ended up tipping on its head. But, we'll use that later on when we come back over, I imagine. We need some fuel. Okay, so 2-slot trailer that we left on the side of the road back here, and take that with us and go and get a metal beam. At some stage we need to take the generator trailer that is down at the logistics centre. We need to bring that back up and take that around to this eastern side as well. So I might try and coordinate that with our run past when we're going to get some, we're going to get the potatoes, what it is. Here's our trailer. We'll bring that along past. Good trailer. Down and get out. So I'm just going to repair while I'm here. And then we'll head down and get our metal beam. Here's our drilling equipment and drilling spare parts that we've left for the not a drill contract, which we can only do after we finish Fury Road. In Fury Road we started yesterday by delivering the fuel semi-trailer, but then we didn't know where the cistern was. So we've done a little bit of homework. Now we know where the cistern is. So we got to pick that one up as well when we get there. I'm not going to refuel here, I'm going to refuel from the little ZiKZ again. Head on down and get our metal beam and deliver it all over to the hard hat area. Yeah, so yesterday we couldn't finish anything, but today I'm hoping we're going to finish 2 or even 3 things. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. We'll see how things go. At least we've already finished one. I'm pretty confident we'll get hard hat done. detach the trailer so we can put the metal beam into it. Just in case, I'll open it up first. So don't want to bump our own trailer over. Got a metal balloon. Shouldn't be too hard to slip it across here. Easy peasy. Reverse ourselves back. We'll pack everything just in case. And we're good now to head up to the hardhead area, which is sort of halfway, or a bit more than halfway to the airfield. The good thing about it is we don't have to go through the nasty detour, we just have the easier detour. And we're doing pretty well now. We'll take this up and drop it off. Actually, I might even jump in the driver's seat for a change. I don't think I've been in the driver's seat since we've virtually been in this region. So let's spend a minute in the driver's seat of the Tatra Force. Get away from it. I'm sitting very close to the wheel here. I feel like it's on my knees. I think we can go down nearly any one of these little turn-offs. Let's head down here. That would have been the wall. So we're a bit closer to it than I thought we were. We still got our trailer behind us with something in it? I don't know. Look through that mirror. Yes, it looks like we've still got something in the trailer. You'd hope you'd hear it go clunk out, as it does, but sometimes it can be a bit difficult to hear in the driver's seat. But that's all right. Head up here, we'll have to do the first little detour. But then we're virtually there. It's pretty cold outside because the window's quite foggy, isn't it? So you're getting quite a bit of condensation on the inside of the window. It's pretty chilly out there. Alright, because we're coming up to the detour part, we'll hop out. Make sure we're okay. pull across this little crossing, which I think we've found before is best to be sort of over here somewhere, so then you get onto the grass. Virtually there, just at the top of this rise. Oh, it's hard work pulling up here. Look at this. Front wheels are spinning. Unfortunately, we don't drop our cargo off just there, but we do drop it off here, so we'll come up here and then I'll take a photo. It's always nice to see the cargo in the truck before we drop it out. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's, you know, one way or the other. That's quite nice too, actually. Okay, I'll take a photo. Alright, so that's all done. So let's drop our cargo. 1, 2, 3. There we go, hard out area. Great, path is clear. We can drive down that road. Not sure where that road actually goes, to be honest. Okay, it goes through there, which may or may not be useful in the scheme of things. Probably not so much. Don't know that we'll ever go down that road. But, be that as it may, we're going to turn around. We're going to roll slowly down the hill for, hopefully, not wrecking our trail. Our trail clearly wants to go that way. Weird town coming this way. And then we're going to head back, pick up 3 oil barrels and head on over where we just came from. The helicopter area. Be able to pick up the 3 potatoes that we need for Humanitarian Aid supplies. And also, while we're doing all of that, we might get the PLAD to bring the other generator out of the logistics centre. So we can take that with us as well. And I'll offload as much of its fuel as I can into the little ZiKZ. Those nasty rocks just get right in the way, don't they? Okay. Just about out of here. So let's go and get some fuel barrels, oil barrels, sorry. So I'm going to stop off and replenish my repairs points too. Here. And gets 3 oil barrels. Worried about that little concrete block there, but I don't think there's anything there. Now, I think I do need vehicle spare parts at some stage, but I don't know when. So I'm not going to get too worried about it. Let's go and load up 3 oil barrels. Now that wasn't there before. And I think that is the cistern we need for Fury Road. Let's have a quick look. So, Fury Road. Doesn't actually say so, but I'm 99% sure that that is a cistern. Surprised it hasn't got a little yellow jigger on it. Normally they have little yellow jiggers on them, but it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to load up. I'm going to put one in the trailer just because I'm lazy. And I'll put the other 2 in the trailer. So we've got the 3 oil barrels that we're going to need or going to use for the fuel, Humanitarian Aid fuel, it's called. Meanwhile, we'll come over here, come to our standard intersection and park. Then switch to the PLAD and bring it back with the generator trailer. In fact, we might come right onto the garage because we're going to bring the PLAD back to the garage. We'll just put him up here so he's out of the way. We'll then hop into the little ZiKZ because I want to fill up his fuel tank from the generator, so at least we save a bit of the fuel. So we'll bring him up just to the intersection. Nervous there. Okay, so we'll race up here to the intersection. And just pull up on the other side. And we can refuel. He's going to pull up there, so we'll probably come over here. Then we hop to the PLAD, which we've not used yet, so first time for this one. We may end up bumping into that Taiga, so I might just move that Taiga. Back to the PLAD. Okay, let's just go a little bit further. We're going to take this little fuel trailer with us, but only to the first intersection to the quarries. This one's fully fueled up. Okay, you can't reach anything else, that's fine. Rightio. Okay, so that's got pretty good lights actually. I expected it to be a bit poor, but it's actually got good lights. Just got to pull through this muddy bit first. If it needed there, but not too bad. We're going to just go around here and drop the fuel trailer off just somewhere around here, which will be a bit in the way, but we can move it later on. So we can stay there now, wherever that was, and we'll move it later on if we need to, but at least now we've got a fuel source that's available to us when we're heading in and out of the slate quarry and the silver quarry to a lesser extent. So we'll bring this generator out, refuel the little ZiKZ from it, and then take it on to where the Tatra Force is. Bring this guy into the garage. Potentially configure him maybe for a later task. No, I haven't actually thought about it. Clearly it's a capable truck. It's got nice big wheels and it's a nice heavy truck, so we might see what we can configure it a bit later on. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get this generator around to the final point today, and hopefully get up to the helicopter place. From the generator to the fuel tank and PLAD and the ZiKZ, and that's all we've got. Okay. So the little ZiKZ can stay there. I haven't worked out yet where I want to put him as being a mobile fuel source. We may end up going down the southwest corner or something like that. Or even southeast corner. Leave the generator there so that the tanker can do what it wants. Put him away, give him a full repair, much nicer, but I'm not going to fiddle with him now. So we've got our little trucks in the garage, but let's get on with the task at hand, which is lights out. So this is taking this generator trailer over to the village office. Just bring it up behind our other trailer. And then have a quick look at the map. It's going to the village office, which is not far from the processing workshop. Yeah. Okay. So it's pretty close to where we took the ZiKZ. So what I'm going to do is go on here and then I'll detach this 2-slot trailer at the turn off to the helicopter place. There's no point taking it any further than we need to. And we'll just switch over and attach the generator trailer then. Make sure the generator trailer stays with it. Don't want it going zooming off all over the countryside and crashing into a telegraph pole and making life difficult. Little guy is 100% full, so I don't have to worry about him. Yep. If he hadn't been, I would have dropped him up from the generator, but he was, so we're all good. We'll do this little nasty shortcut. Detour, I don't know where it is. This might prove to be a bit difficult. Cargo on and the generator trailer, but we'll see. Can we get up here? If not, I'll just let go of the generator trailer and grab it again in a minute. And we're okay. Bit of a pull when we get there. Have to keep an eye out now for a turn off. I think he's kind of here, kind of sort of. In fact, what I might do is take the trailer down this way. And come back by himself. Oh, sneaky. So you can say there. Inside that telegraph pole, and we're pretty quiet. And it looks like a little bit more of a bank there than I thought. Go straight on that. Let's come back and get a generator trailer. Village office. fuel from it once we're there. Spot. So again, we're still giving away a whole lot of fuel, but we can't help. And there we go, lights out is now done. You might have noticed underneath there it said a new task is available. It's because there's a task that was dependent on that one. I think it's called something about bricks anyway. So if we have a quick little look at the map, yes, you'll see there's a task here now called brick renovation, which is where the old lights out was. So now we have a new task, which we haven't activated yet, but at least it is a task. So we will activate that later on. Meanwhile, actually, let's go back to our duties. And so this is the task where I'm going to basically drop off the potatoes and the fuel at the same place, which we'll need later on. So I'm not sure if this will really save us much, because I still have to go around each of them twice, but it kind of feels a bit more efficient. I'm dropping off both at once. Let's go and find our potatoes. In fact, while I'm here, what I'm going to do... I've gone almost too far, haven't I? What I'd like to do is switch this around and have an empty slot in the truck. Not too far. There we go. Now I'll be able to have some fuel in the truck and the potatoes in the truck. Which will suit me well for the first drop off. First drop is quite near behind. I think we're almost going past it at the moment. But we can't do much about it because we haven't got the potatoes yet. Head up to where the potatoes are, disconnect the trailer, put one potato into the truck, and then deliver one potato in one I'll be interested to see how we go for fuel with this. We are as fully filled up as we could have been. I'm kind of hoping I'll have enough fuel to run around for 3 of them. Now we've taken the little filter away from the airfield. Oh, we will see. If we are in extreme trouble, then we'll bring the ZiKZ over. Pretty quiet around there, that's okay. Still couldn't get around there. Chair as well. Right, so we'll leave the little trailer there. We'll grab one of these potato sacks and put them in the back of the truck. Sort of them somewhere in the back of the truck. Good enough. Alright, now we're going to head out of here and head to the first spot, which is up here. And getting up here, yeah, there's a turn off there. Okay, so there's our turn off. We're going to head over there. Deliver one potato and offload all at the same time. Then we'll come back here and put up our other 2 potatoes, plus our oil. It's not a road. No. Oops. I lost the road. Well, it's going down that way. No, it's gone that way. Much better. Much more like a road. Muddy, but we'll push through. Again, I've got no idea if there's a shortcut that we can use or a quicker path. So I'm sort of a bit limited to sticking to the roads. I'm just trying to stick to that grass though. It looks like it's a ditch there. Can't go down those too fast. So this is our turn off. Oh no, that's right. We don't just follow the road, we actually turn off. Yes, we come up there. I think being up here before in the little watchtower, I think it was. Or maybe it was part of that Bloodhound gang contract. Pretty sure we came up here with the E6. Oh, there it is up there. Oh, careful, sorry buddy, I'll break your fence. It's rude, isn't it? So that's the potato delivered. So we'll also offload the fuel. Very interesting crane. Do it. So that fuel will be there for when we come back to do the fuel supplies. And we can now nip back over to where the potatoes are. We are running a bit out of time because you can see how light it is. Hoping we'll be able to get over there. So we do have an empty truck. We should be able to push on over. We don't load anything up yet. So then tomorrow we'll be able to continue on running our potatoes up to the northern camp and then across to the northwestern camp, which is basically at the airfield. A little bit slow going coming through here. And east we'll be at the helicopter place and load up our patooties. So we'll keep going now even if it is 8 o'clock. We're only a minute or so away. Whether we can load these up today. We can't really, can we? Not really. Too bad. So we'll go a fraction over. But a fraction. How long does it take to dump 2 loads of potatoes into the back of the truck? Not very long. So that's it. Here we are loaded. So we're pretty much done for today. Not a bad day, I guess. We achieved a few things actually. We ended up finishing off fuel for aircraft, which was good. We then loaded up our little, not fuel for aircraft, sorry, residential issue. I mean, the one where we dropped the cabin, residential issue. Then loaded up our service spare parts and delivered off to finish hard hat. And then took the generator for lights out. So we did three. We got 3 tasks today. And then hopefully tomorrow we should be able to get these potatoes delivered, and that'll finish off Humanitarian Aid supplies. We're still kicking through the tasks. There's still a lot of tasks to do actually. We don't have many on our list, but I think that's because we just haven't uncovered them. Anyway though, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow as we continue on our adventures. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye-bye.